This week from Crumbl Cookies, Kevin and I are going to be trying the Valentine Confetti, Lemon Glaze, Red Velvet Cupcake, and Jammy Heart. And I'll just pick it up here so you can see the Jammy Heart.
Sandwich.
It's a sandwich cookie. These cookies were provided to us this week from Crumbl, which we greatly, greatly appreciate. We're going to start out with the Valentine Confetti. So this is just a sugar cookie. It's a sugar cookie mixed with pink and red heart-shaped sprinkles. Yeah, there's no frosting on it. Yeah, there's no frosting on it at all. So you're really going to get the full flavor of just the sugar cookie.
And it's not a really super thick cookie either.
Mm-mm. I do taste the flour in that. You definitely
like a lot of sugar cookies.
Yes, you definitely get the taste of the flour in it. There is a sweetness to it, but it's just a light sweetness. This is one of those cookies that would go well with cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of milk, because it doesn't have all that frosting on top. So it's plainer, and I think that you could put it with a lot of different drinks, and it would just pair really well with that.
It's just your basic sugar cookie.
It's a basic sugar cookie.
I do like it that you get the vanilla flavor, though.
Yeah.
You do get a little bit of the vanilla, but you do also taste the flour.
It's just a very basic sugar cookie. There's nothing wrong with it. It's soft.
Yeah.
It's not crunchy or
no, it's soft. It's got a little like shell on the outside. Yeah. It's got a little crunch to it.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's well baked, but it's not runny. It's not gooey.
Right.
The next one is a lemon glaze. It's a lemon cookie with lemon glaze.
And does have a lemon on top. If you want to, you can take it and squeeze it on there. If you want to,
we don't do that. We don't ever want to do that. We don't want, I don't like soggy, wet, so I'm never going to do that. For us, it just gets thrown away, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the piece that it's been sitting on. It's got that extra lemon.
Right, but you don't actually use.
But I've never actually squeezed it.
No, it just goes straight in the garbage for us.
It's more of a decoration.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit more of a tighter cookie, like a little bit more dense.
Yes.
Than the sugar cookie was.
I was trying to get a bite of just the cookie, but that's hard to do.
Yeah, you would have a hard time.
Because it's a lemon cookie with lemon glaze.
But the whole lemon thing is very, very light.
Yes.
It's not a strong lemon. If you want the lemon, you're gonna have to take that and just squeeze it on top.
You do get lemon in the cookie itself, though, because I wasn't sure would you get it in both or
Yeah, because it says lemon cookie and lemon glaze, so it says it's in both. But
yeah, and it is. You can actually taste it in both, and it's not a strong. It's not cleaner lemon. It's not really a candy lemon though. It's just like a lemon flavor.
Yeah. It's like a lemon, almost like a wedding cookie almost, but like one of the lemon ones, the powdered sugary ones, but it's not as strong, and it's no sharpness there or anything like that.
No, and I wouldn't, they do have over-the-top sweet cookies. We may have one here in just a minute. That one, I don't think that's over-the-top sweet.
No, it's a little bit sweeter than the sugar cookie, but it's not like really sweet. It's just a little bit sweeter.
Yeah. The next one.
And I think that's because of the glaze more than anything.
Yes, I think the glaze is adding that sweetness to it. This is a red velvet cupcake, red velvet cookie with vanilla cream cheese frosting, and red velvet crumbs.
It's a heavy cookie. I mean, it's heavy.
Okay.
And it's very soft.
It is incredibly soft.
In the middle. It's almost to the point of being gooey feeling, almost like a brownie.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I think red velvet pretty good.
Mm-hmm. The texture of that, I hope you all get the same texture we have.
It's really nice.
It's gonna all depend on who's baking that.
Yeah, it's
Because-
not gooey, but it is
No,
soft.
but it is like a brownie. It's like a very just baked brownie is the texture. But and it even tastes a little bit like brownie, but
A little bit, except it's got that more chocolate cake kind of flavor. Because red velvet is just dyed chocolate cake, basically.
it
I like the cream cheese.
I'm getting crumbs on my paper every time. That I think is absolutely wonderful.
it's very
I think
good.
it's delicious. I hope you all get that soft baked cookie. I hope they don't bake yours too long because then it's gonna change that texture a little bit. But the frosting is, of course, very sweet.
Love the cream cheese frosting.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good representation of red velvet.
It is. My mom made a good red velvet cake, and that's as good as mom made. So I mean, that's quite the compliment there. I really like that a lot. The last one is the new one this week. This is a Jammy Heart, and I'm excited about this one. I like raspberry.
Now, normally I wouldn't cut these in half, but I'm going to cut this one in half so we both get the center part.
This is a shortbread-inspired sandwich cookie with raspberry buttercream and raspberry jam.
Huh.
Yes.
Okay, so what they've done is they've baked the cookie, put a ring around where the frosting is, and then filled the hole.
To like glue it together.
Yeah, and they filled the hole or squirted some of that raspberry in the hole.
We have a really old video on the channel where we're doing Valentine's cookies, and you do a solid heart on the bottom, and then for the top cookie you put a heart shape in the top. I mean, we've done the exact same thing on the channel. We just didn't use two different things. We didn't use buttercream and jam. We just used frosting. And then what we did to make them really pretty, and I do think it adds a really nice touch. Of course, it would have been an extra step for Crumbl, so I understand why they didn't do it. But we put powdered sugar on the top. And the powdered sugar gives it that delicate, frilly, like doily like effect. And it just looks feminine and delicate. I like it. Okay.
That's what I did. I just ate the raspberry first. The raspberry jam in the center is literally just a jam. So it's really strong raspberry. The frosting is a lighter flavor, of course, but you can still get the raspberry. Yeah, I was curious what the frosting tastes like. I mean, I get a little bit of raspberry flavor even when I was just eating the frosting part. I'm more curious. Let me just take a piece of this cookie. I'm more curious what just the cookie tastes like. That cookie is super plain.
Very plain. Like that,
I mean, you eat it by itself with no frosting at all. It's like almost no flavor at all.
they said shortbread inspired. The reason I guess they didn't say just shortbread is because it doesn't have the butter.
Yeah, it doesn't have that buttery texture.
No, it does not. So don't expect.
It's also much softer.
Yes. Yeah, it's missing the butter content that you get from a really good quality shortbread cookie. It's just very plain.
Yeah, it's literally just the holder for the frosting and the raspberry.
Yes. I like the raspberry buttercream because it has a lot of sweetness to it. The raspberry jam was actually really tart to me.
It was sharp, yeah.
Yeah, it has a sharpness to it. I think it's a pretty cookie for Valentine's Day. I think for Valentine's Day, the only elephant in the room for me was the lemon. It's like, where did that come from? I will say it again. I'm still waiting to see a cherry cookie.
Yeah.
They've had like a cherry on top. That's not a cherry cookie. That's just a cherry on top. I would still love to see a cherry chip cookie with cherry chip frosting. I mean, something, I just really love that. Or like a Bakewell tart, like you would get in Britain, I'd still like to see. There's so many I would still like to see, but I think Valentine's week would have been a great week to do a cherry one.
Or strawberries.
Or strawberry.
Chocolate-covered strawberries, yeah.
Chocolate covered.
Yeah, they could have, instead of doing lemon, they could have done something with strawberry.
Yeah, but we've had strawberry recently.
We have.
So yeah, the lemon was like, where that came out of left field. Yeah. But you know, they give you a sugar, a lemon, a red velvet, and then the sandwich cookie. So I do think they've given you a variety.
Oh yeah, you definitely have something for everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
And we actually had a mystery cookie this week too. Monday through Wednesday, it was some kind of chocolate chocolate cookies and cream or something like that.
Chocolate cookies and cream, which we just reviewed like 2 months ago. Yeah. If you're curious, type in.
But that was our flavor. You're gonna make
yeah, that's why it's like unless it's something brand new to us.
Oh, we haven't tried it for a really long time.
Yeah, something we haven't had in a long time. There's no point in us getting it because you're going to have something different at your location. So it's really not going to mean anything to you. And I can tell you, we had that chocolate cookies and cream like 2 months ago. Tammy done Crumbl chocolate cookies and cream, and it'll come up. We've tried it several times. They also had the semi-sweet chocolate chip, I think. Yeah. So which do you think is the least sweet?
Sugar. The sugar for sure.
Okay, and the most sweet?
The red velvet.
Red velvet.
Yeah.
Red velvet's the sweetest.
Although, even though that raspberry one with the heart in it has some sweetness, it and the lemon one are almost equal as far as sweetness goes for me. They're very low sweetness.
I agree, because when you're
like all three of these are like down here, and then you've got the red velvet that's up here. Usually we get some that's like scattered throughout. This is kind of like they're all low except for that one.
Right. Yeah, on the sweetness scale. Mm-hmm. Because when you're eating that sandwich, you're eating it all together, and so you're getting you're getting the buttercream, but you're also getting that cookie that has no flavor whatsoever. Well, it's literally like just a holder.
And you tried the frosting by itself. It didn't seem very sweet to me.
It's not no, it's not over the top sweet because it has so much raspberry. It's not over the top sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not very sweet.
The sweetest one is definitely the red velvet. But the what do you think is for the least sweet? I'm going to say the sugar, just the sugar cookie. So is there any here that you would never get again?
I'm not a sugar cookie person, so I would not get the sugar cookie.
Okay. Well,
and truthfully,
I would rather it be frosted.
Yeah, put some frosting.
I would get it again if it was frosted, but I'm not much for getting a plain cookie anymore. Yeah. I want to get it jazzed up.
Even frosted sugar cookies, I don't generally pick because I don't like that floury flavor.
But normally you like Crumbl sugar.
Usually I don't get that floury flavor because of the frosting.
Because the frosting. So if it has frosting, he would get it. I guarantee you.
Honestly, I don't know that I would get that sandwich cookie again either.
That's
it's not bad by any means. It's just not what I'm looking for when I'm paying $4 for a cookie.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you're paying $4 for a cookie. I want something really sweet and luxurious and something that's going to be really rich.
That's it. It has to be pointed out.
You're getting a lot.
You're paying $4 for a cookie. This is half, and then this is the lemon. So you're getting your money's worth if you get that one.
You are. It's just not very sweet for me. It's not what I'm looking for.
Right. No, I understand.
You're getting your money's worth for sure. It's just not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I want something super sweet that's going to make me sick after I eat it.
Right. Well, you'll have to tell us what you're going to be getting this week. Are you going in for Valentine's Day? Which one of these appeals to you for Valentine's Day? So I'll be curious to find that out. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.